Well, as Georgie Jessel might have said, back in those old golden days of the 1950s and 1960s, if four guys met on a corner and just chatted, they automatically became a group. Everybody became a vocal group, but only a few of them have survived and became what they call classics and immortals, and among those are the Duprees. Now, Richie, when I mentioned, another Richie, when I mentioned Georgie Jessel, I saw you sort of jump up in the air. Any reason for that?
Because years ago, I remember watching you when you had Georgie Jessel on, and he told
155 times.
Absolutely. And he told an old story about Jolson always singing about the South. But as far south as he got was to South Carolina. He ate some grits, he threw up, and he came back to New York.
It's like when George Gershwin wrote Swanee with Irving Caesar. They had never been further south than Brooklyn, but they wrote a song about Swanee. We are chatting with the Duprees, and I get the feeling maybe that very hard rock, very hard metal is kind of softening a little bit. Rap is gently unwrapping. You know, I mean, it's here to stay, but I think they're going back now to some of the sentimental type songs. You think, is that a possibility?
Recently, especially in the last, I'd say, 3 to 4 years, there's been a great phenomenon happening. Yeah. We do a lot of oldies concerts.
Right.
And it seems in most cases, we see more and more younger people coming to them and enjoying the music, identifying with the sounds that were so prevalent in the late 50s and 60s.
The Duprees are sold out. They're working every night. Now, this particular night, by coincidence, January 23rd. Technically, now it's Saturday, January 23rd.
That's right.
You're appearing tonight where, for example?
At Radio City Music Hall in the Royal Doo-wop show. We're really looking forward to that.
Richie, you're the expert on this kind of doo-wop. What do you want to say about this kind of harmonizing?
I think they are the greatest, the Duprees. I remember from the day one till now, and you guys still sound the same. You're fantastic. And what I would like to know is how come the oldies now are surviving from the 50s and 60s? What do you think is going to happen in the year 2000? Do you think that the 70s and 80s will be oldies shows, or there will be?
I'm sure there'll be oldies shows, but everything is relevant to the time that you grew up in, I think, yourself.
But Madonna will live on.
I hope so.
Listen, we're seated here. Would you introduce yourselves one by one? We're seated here so casually and informally. Everybody's hoping for a mini concert. You got the guitar.
Yeah.
Let's have the names. Would you?
My name's Tony Testa.
Tony?
Jimmy Spinelli.
Jimmy from where?
New York.
Oh, well.
Limbrook, New York.
Mr.
Phil Granito.
Phil Brito?
Granito.
Oh. You know Phil Brito, the fellow who sang all those great Italian hits. And?
Richie Rosado.
Richie, would you gentlemen be in the mood for something
absolutely
just seated and at ease and one of the songs that sold in the millions? And don't be shy.
What we thought we'd do is, we've been known for songs like You Belong to Me and Have You Heard, but since you're so knowledgeable about nostalgia and music that came out of the 40s and 50s, and that's our favorite kind of music.
Right.
We figured we'd put together a couple of songs that you might remember and appreciate.
Fantabulous.
Okay?
Great, Richie. The Duprees on Memory Lane. A trip down memory lane.
Take away the breath of fire. It would surely be a sin. Take the rain from April shower. It's a sin. Take away the violin. Take away my heart, still the beating there within. I'll keep loving you forever, forever.
Are you planning, let's say somebody came to you and said, let's make a brand new record, a brand new album, a brand new CD, but they said, we want to redo or remake your style or your technique or your sound. What would you do and what wouldn't you do in a case like that, a hypothetical case like that where they said...
First of all,
yeah.
how much money's involved?
Right?
I think for one, I would like to keep the sound intact because it's so identifiable and pure and simple that it doesn't need much embellishment. It really doesn't.
Don't tamper with success.
That's right.
I feel that the music stands on its own, has its musical worth.
Good going, Phil.
Hey,
I wish I would have said that.
The Duprees tell me they want a touch of Stump the Panel. This is known as our Showbiz quiz for the trivia maniacs out there like me.
Okay,
No peeking.
here we go, Duprees. Which actor had the 1964 hit record Ringo? He was Ben Cartwright.
Don't ask me.
Lorne Green.
Lorne Green.
That's right.
We knew
Yeah.
We knew what it was.
Robert Walden Casado was real name of what singer?
Bobby Darin.
That's correct.
I want to go into the sunset following this division with a little more of the Duprees, okay?
Sure.
The Duprees are back, and we've got these words, and on with more of what we have to put into the time capsule, into the vault, as one of the all-time classic bits of memory lane with the Duprees following these words. Let's watch closely. And Jimmy and Phil and Richie are those grand Duprees. They don't want to get rid of anybody, right? They want to keep romance alive forever like this. The great Duprees.
If it's just for a day.